Hey Preppers, James Smith of the Prepper Podcast Radio Network News. Got a great story here for you. I just see it. Well, actually, I wrote it this morning. Got done about 3:30 in the morning. So let's take a look at it real quick. It's why the government purchase of ammunition should scare the hell out of you. And you see, there's a picture of a hollow point round. So we've gotten a lot of recent articles. Not only that we've done, but Alex Jones and so many others have done. They talk about the extraordinary large purchase of ammunition by the U.S. government. Now, this has been mainly .357 SIG for Sig Sauer and .40 caliber Smith & Wesson. Now, all rounds have been what's known as hollow point or jacketed hollow point. You'll sometimes see it as JHP. Now, what a hollow point is a bullet that will expand as soon as it hits the body or whatever target. The theory is that it won't penetrate the body and does all the damage within the body. So as you can see here, it's designed to expand upon entering a target to decrease penetration and disrupt more tissue as it travels through the target. More about that later. Now, hollow points are designed to increase in diameter once within the target, thus maximizing tissue damage and blood loss or shock, and remain inside the body. Again, more about that little part later. Now, many articles state that the hollow point round is banned in combat because of how horrible it is on the body. The concept is that if it's banned in combat, they can't use it on us. Well, it's not the case. 2 points. One, a lot of people say it's the Geneva Convention, but it's actually the Hague Peace Conference in 1899 as well as in 1907. But anyways, it said here that the parties have agreed to abstain from the use of bullets which expand or flatten easily in the human body, such as bullets with a hard envelope that does not entirely cover the core or is pierced with incisions. Sometimes in the old World War II movies you see a guy taking a knife and putting a cross top on the lead bullet. That's what he's trying to do, is increase the killing capacity of that round, which is fine. It's wartime. So we didn't sign that one in 1899, but we signed the one in 1907, the Hague Convention. And it says it's especially forbidden to employ arms, projectiles, or materials calculated to cause unnecessary suffering. I'm sorry, guys, but I call BS on the fact that we can't use this in wartime because of mortar shells, exploding things that go boom when they get close to the human body. So I kind of think we've passed that a long time ago. But anyways, back in 1985, Colonel W. Hayes Parks, he's the chief of the Judge Advocate General's International Law Branch, wrote an opinion which said that, quote, expanding point ammunition is legally permissible in counter-terrorist operations not involving the engagement of the armed forces of another state. Basically, this is a baby step. Now, in 1990, I got to edit that later. But anyways, at the request of the Special Forces Command, coordinated with the Department of State, the Attorney General Council, the Army General Council, and a few other places, he wrote a memorandum that says the purpose of the 7.62, which by the way is just standard NATO round, open-tip match king bullet is to provide maximum accuracy at very long range. Bullet fragmentation is not design characteristic, however, nor a purpose for use of the Match King by United States Army snipers. Wounds caused by Match King ammunition are similar to those caused by fully jacketed military ball bullet, which is legal under the law of war when compared at the same ranges and under the same conditions. The Sierra number 2200 BTHP, which is boat-tailed hollow point, not only meets but exceeds the law of war obligations of the United States to use in combat. So here's where we get to use hollow point rounds in combat. Now in 1993, he also wrote another opinion which allowed them to start using the 230 grain hollow point with the Mark 23 Mod 0 pistols. Now that's the military. Now are they used in civilian world? Yes. The police agencies in LA, New York, etc., and Seattle all use hollow points. Now, according to Executive Director of the New York Civil Liberties Union and under the ACLU, says the introduction of the hollow point may very well exceed the bounds of reason and necessity, especially if massive internal injury is the risk. Alright, if you click on this link right here, the city of Seattle, you actually get to hear the police chief say, yep, we use them. So the thing about the use of hollow points, when they're buying all this ammunition, they're buying nothing but hollow points. These are poor training rounds. You want cheap, you go with the ball lead point, okay, which is strictly lead. Alright, but even looking at full metal jackets, let's take a look at the price. Alright, now these are 40 caliber Smith & Wessons. These are all Federal Cartridge Company, and you'll see the price in here. Okay, here's a round of 50. It's $15. It's 165 grain. Alright, here's another one, 165, box of 50, 37. So these are just different brands, just different mics, but it's the same Federal, just a little more. But take a look at this 20 rounds right here. 20 rounds versus 50. 30 cents, $1.50. Okay, granted, slightly more round, grains. Now that 180 full metal jacket is 35 cents a round. The hollow point, 180, $1.50, nearly 5 times more expensive. This is horrible. Well, take a look at this. 135 grain. It's $1.85. So it's 135. Okay, keep going. But you know, the people, when they get this, they're thinking that they're getting a better round, but they're not. What they're getting is the same thing. They're getting the exact same thing. See, it's 125 grain, 357 sig. It's 506 muzzle energy. That's what pounds, and then 1350 feet per second. Again, this is Federal ammunition. Here's the website, which is ballistics101.com. Here's a little video so you can see what happens when the body experiences it. You can go to the pprnews.com website, and here's the link up here: government-purchase-ammunition-scare-hell. Now that's the quick and easy version. So here's what happens when you get hit. Now remember I said about the depth? Let me make that just a little bigger. Now I'll leave it like this. Go to 357. Alright, so this right here is the 12-inch mark. So take a ruler and go from your chest to your back with a ruler, and you'll see that it's, well, at least on me, it's less than 12 inches. So these things are designed to penetrate the human body. So this is the 357, and this is the 45, and these are the 40s, okay? Now, you see that straight line right there? That's actually the bullet traveling. This stuff right here, all that big mess, that is what it does to the human flesh. All these could be arteries, veins. Well, it doesn't have to be just the little ones, the big ones. The big ones will kill you, but the little ones will kill you slower. So these things are nasty. So as you can tell, at best your odds of survival are really crappy. So if you're not scared, you're either stupid or you're not paying attention, and that's where the government wants you, not paying attention. So this is James Smith, the Covert Prepper, saying, be aware, prep like your life depends on it, because it does, and be very, very afraid.